Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I hope you're doing well. Time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. I got the notice, I got the email. 2 new Spydercos will be coming my way. I don't know when. I'm hoping Spyderco sends it to the knife store, my godfathers at Omaha Knives. They then send it to me. Probably by the end of this week. A lot of times it ends up on Saturday, but whenever I get the 2 knives, we'll have 2 days in a row where we feature the knives. These are good knives, by the way. I think you'll like them. It is not the smock. These are distributor exclusives, and I think you'll enjoy them. So that's on the way. But today, it's another pocket dump deconstruction, talking about what I have in my pockets on this Wednesday, February 6, 2019. Man, it was weird Tuesday. It got up to 72 degrees on the east coast of the U.S. It was a nice surprise spring day. And you know what? It made me so happy. Sunny, beautiful. Today, only in the upper 50s, but still, it's a lot better than single digits. I hope you're doing well, you and yours, wherever you are. So let's talk about what I'm doing today. Today, we start what they're calling executive training. You know, training all the managers to get along together. That's like trying to train a school of sharks how to play catch with a basketball. Anyway, but that's what we'll be doing once a month this year. So we're starting that off. So I'm wearing my Apple Watch. So in the middle of it, I can glance down and kind of keep in touch with what's going on. Oh, that's Apple One, by the way. I have 2 Apples, Apple One and I think Apple 3, maybe Apple 2. I don't know. Ah, I'll just have to sniff this all day. It's the Dominica's, I'm sorry, Diplomaticos. I can't believe this. Sorry, you guys. So my setup, I have a iPhone 10 on a stand, and I have to reach around to get to everything. So while I see the picture as you see it right here, I have my glasses on, but I can't read. So, but yes, it's a Diplomaticos Cuban cigar. Excuse me, that I love. Shown design pen. This is the brass pen again, one of my favorites. Let's see. You know what? Single malt Scotch today. The 12. I just I'm not saying the name because they don't sponsor this, and doing commercials ain't for me. Okay, they're for me if I'm getting paid. But the coin today is 2017 from Austria, the Philharmonica. I say this all the time, the Philharmonica. I see all the instruments want to say the Philharmonica. Just a real nice coin. Again, a 1-ounce silver coin. Thin Coach wallet. Oh, when I was consulting, everything was Coach. I went crazy for Coach. Coach everything. I have so many Coach luggage, Coach briefcases. I don't even use them anymore, but I have them all. Coach. Field notes. I think it's one of the best pads around. Just simple, just blank pages. Rugged as all get out. Just a real nice notepad. And then the knives today. It all started with my custom this morning. I was flipping it, and I was thinking about customs. I almost did a custom special, but I just didn't have the time. I do have several customs, and I whenever I talk about customs, obviously I like Spyderco and Chris Reeve knives and Browse blades and case knives and those kinds of things, production knives. I have a number of customs, I don't know, 9 maybe. You can see them all on the playlist. Go check out Knife of the Day. I've gone through them. And this knife, I had the best custom experience ever. So my keychain knife, I think I actually carried this not too long ago. But I love the ManBug, the Spyderco ManBug. It's a ladybug, but just thicker, wider on the FRN scales, wider with the blade. And it's called a ManBug instead of ladybug. So when people say, what's that on your keychain? I can go, ManBug. This happens to be a sprint run. It's part of the burnt orange series of HAP 40 knives. So the steel is HAP 40 steel. 1.9 inch blade, 1.7 inch edge. Only 4.5 inches total and only 0.6 ounces. And that's why the ladybug, the ManBug, that's why it's a perfect keychain knife. I have a silver hoop with 3 keys, so it adds very little in your pocket. And man, is it handy. And I love that HAP 40 steel. Of course, you got to take care of it. It is not a stainless steel. It just is not. Now, this year, Spyderco did a sprint run series of the military family. The military, the paramilitary, and the para 3. This is the para 3 sprint run of those 3 knives. You notice the burnt orange, but it's G10. And the reason is these knives had crucibles, CPMs, Rex 45, which is the American version of HAP 40. HAP 40 is Japanese. This is the American version from Crucible. So they used an American family of knives, the military, the paramilitary, and the para 3, all made in Denver, Colorado. I say Denver. What do they say on the back of this? It's a Golden, Colorado. So Spyderco does this at home, U.S. made. And U.S. made steel. It has all of the same kind of properties as HAP 40. You do need to take care of this as well, because it is not a stainless steel. 3-inch blade, of course, on the para 3. Just a perfect size. For years, we were asking for a smaller paramilitary 2, and here it is, the para 3. And boy, they keep putting different variations out of this. This again is a sprint run. A Spyderco sprint run means around 1,200, give or take a couple of hundred. It's limited. Once they're gone, never to be seen again except on the secondary market for more cash. The total length is 7.2 inches and it weighs 3.4 ounces. The great thing is it has that compression lock. It is a miniature para 2. Of course, the military family has huge lanyard holes. In this case, this lanyard hole really dictated a lot of the design. Because it's a short and paramilitary 2, the clip, usually on a paramilitary 2, the lanyard hole, which is big, and the clip is flush with the end. This pushes the clip down more, so it sticks out a lot from your pocket. 4-way clip, right hand, left hand, tip up. There are liners inside, you know, you can see them in there. Stainless steel liners, just a perfect knife. That is the para 3. Yeah, I'm doing like a HAP 40. I'm doing a HAP 40 Rex 45 carry. Burnt orange, fiberglass reinforced nylon, and burnt orange G10. It started this morning where I was looking at my custom knives. I have, man, 6, 7, 8, or 9. I forget right now. because I have to rush to be trained. But this by far was my best experience. This is a Robert Carter custom Generalist. It's number 9. I don't know if you can see that in there. Robert's initials, and then he signed it 9. So it's number 9. I follow him on Instagram. This happened, 2, maybe 3 years now. Time flies for me. And I came across his Instagram where someone who was on his books for this knife, after he finished, they couldn't pay or something. So he said, hey, first come first, no, let's bid it up. He didn't say bid it up. It was an auction. And I just had gotten paid. And I said, yeah, I didn't have any customs at all. But I had heard so much about the Generalist and Robert Carter. So I was the high bidder. The next morning, I went to bed. Next morning, I was a high bidder. He congratulated me. And so I went to work, and he said, man, I guess I probably overpaid for it. He said, I feel bad because the clip is just a normal clip. I'm going to do something special. So I remember being at lunch where he was texting me pictures, like for an hour and a half, as he took the raw materials, put this together, shined it up. He was so proud of it and put it on. So I have this unique Generalist, that wonderful clip. And he's such a gentleman. That experience was so great. Of course, as I bought other custom knives, I realized just how unique that experience was. Then he sent it to me with a handwritten note. Just a wonderful guy. Man, that was wonderful. I don't know him at all. Never met him. Never had a telephone conversation, but man, what a wonderful guy. Anyway, it's a Generalist. I thought it was Generalist, EDC, a general kind of knife, and it is, but it was named after a bird called the Generalist. Just really nice sheep's foot knife, 3.4 inches for the blade, 3.2 for the edge. Nice flipper, really flips out of there. Of course, titanium with this nice bronze titanium backspacer, and then of course that clip. It is a frame lock knife and flips like... I wanted to send him a note. I don't know what the blade steel is. It's funny. There's a Generalist that was sold on Blade HQ, and a custom, so I looked it up, and they don't have the blade steel on that either. I should have called them, and every time I do this, I go, I need to get in touch with them. Never have, though. Oh, I love this knife. What a wonderful custom knife. But the story about it, the clip about it, made it so individualized, super individualized, super. And I'm not an insider. The one thing, I love custom knives. Yes, they're costly. And nowadays, I don't know what a custom is and what is a mid-tech, and it just has gotten so boggled down. The one part of the knife community I don't like is the chumminess. It's so hard to get a custom. I have several customs, but I bought them directly and they were already made and that kind of thing. I haven't gone through telling them exactly what I want. I have 2 bags, Todd Bag knives that I bought from Todd Bag, but and a couple of other knives. But for the most part, it seems like the fix is always in. Books are always closed, takes a long time, yada, yada, yada. But I like that knife. There you have it. That's the Pocket Dump Deconstruction. I hope all of you are having a perfect day. I'm going for work training, executive training, once a month for about a year, I guess, for all of us. But you know what? Today, I hope all of you learn something. Learn how much your kids love you. Learn something from helping them with homework. Learn something from your significant other, whatever. As you get older, I try to learn something every day, and I don't do it in that staunch kind of way. Sometimes I just learn it from watching YouTube channels. I'm like, I didn't know that. A lot of my collections come from that. Knife collector, I was like, I didn't know that. People collect knives? Coins. You buy money? What's this silver stuff? All of that. Cigars, all of it. Just learn something. And turn off your social media. Take some minutes to yourself. Man, I have to tell you, some days, those are the most difficult times when I turn everything off and just sit in silence and think about me. Ugh, me is a mess a lot of times. But you know what? I always feel better. I always do. It's good for mental health. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Man, I care for all of you. I don't even know you, and I care for you. You have a perfect day. Goodbye.